Our daily lives are governed by an intricate tapestry of habits woven into the very fabric of our existence. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to sleep, these habits dictate our actions almost effortlessly. Countless automatic behaviors shape our actions, often without us even realizing it. These ingrained patterns influence everything from our productivity and health to our relationships and overall well-being, creating a profound impact on our daily lives. Understanding the science behind habit formation can empower us to take control of our lives, break free from negative patterns, and cultivate positive habits that lead to lasting change. This knowledge is a powerful tool for personal transformation. Habits are not merely decisions we make, they are deeply ingrained neural pathways etched into the very fabric of our brains, influencing our behavior on a fundamental level. Like well-trodden paths in a forest, these neural connections become stronger and more efficient with repetition, allowing us to perform actions with minimal conscious effort. This efficiency is what makes habits so powerful. By harnessing the power of neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to rewire itself, we can reshape our habits and ultimately, our lives. This adaptability is key to personal growth and development. Imagine the impact of transforming just one small habit. The potential for change is immense. Consider the seemingly insignificant act of drinking a glass of water upon waking. This small change can set the tone for a healthier day. This simple action, repeated consistently over time, can have a ripple effect on your hydration levels, energy, and overall health. It's a small step with big benefits. Now, extrapolate that to other areas of your life. Work, relationships, personal growth, and the potential for positive change becomes truly limitless. Each small habit contributes to a larger transformation. In the following sections, we'll delve into the fascinating world of habit formation, exploring the neurological processes at play and how they shape our daily actions. We will equip you with practical strategies to unlock your full potential, helping you to build habits that support your goals and aspirations. By understanding the science behind habits, you can become the architect of your own destiny, designing a life of purpose, fulfillment, and lasting success. Embrace the power of habit and transform your life. Our brains are wired for efficiency, constantly adapting to help us navigate the world with ease. Through a process called myelination, frequently used neural pathways become insulated with a fatty substance called myelin, which is crucial for optimal brain function. This insulation acts like the protective coating on an electrical wire, allowing signals to travel faster and more efficiently, reducing the time it takes for our brain to process information. When we repeat an action consistently, the corresponding neural pathway becomes increasingly myelinated, making it the brain's preferred route for that particular behavior, much like a well-trodden path in a forest. Imagine a group of hikers traversing a dense forest, each step they take carving out a clearer path. The first time they forge a new path, it requires considerable effort, navigating through thick undergrowth and uneven terrain, much like our brains when learning something new. However, with each subsequent journey, the path becomes more defined, obstacles are cleared, and the hikers can move more swiftly and effortlessly, mirroring how our neural pathways strengthen over time. This is analogous to how neural pathways are formed and strengthened in our brains, becoming more efficient with repetition. The more we engage in a specific behavior, the more ingrained the corresponding neural pathway becomes, turning it into a habit that feels almost automatic. This process of neural optimization is essential for our survival, allowing us to perform routine tasks with minimal cognitive effort, freeing up our mental resources for more complex activities and problem solving. However, this same efficiency can also work against us when we try to break free from negative habits, as the brain resists change. The deeply ingrained neural pathways associated with these behaviors are like well-worn grooves in our brains, making it challenging to deviate from the established course, much like trying to forge a new path in a dense forest. The good news is that by understanding the principles of neuroplasticity, we can rewire our brains, forging new pathways and weakening old ones to create lasting positive change, opening up new possibilities for personal growth and development. At the heart of every habit lies a simple neurological loop, a fundamental process that our brains follow almost automatically. A three-part process that dictates how habits are formed, maintained, and even how they can be changed. Understanding this loop is crucial to effectively hack our habits and create lasting change in our lives. The three components of the habit loop are: 1. Cue. The cue is a trigger that initiates the habit, setting the entire loop into motion. It can be anything from a specific time of day, a particular location, an emotional state, or even the presence of certain people, all acting as signals. For example, the feeling of stress might cue the habit of biting one's nails, a common response to anxiety, while the sight of your running shoes by the door might trigger your evening jog, encouraging a healthy routine. 2. Routine. This is the actual behavior or action that makes up the habit, the part we physically or mentally engage in. It can be a physical action, a mental process, or an emotional response, all of which are integral to the habit loop. Using the previous examples, the routine would be the act of biting your nails, a physical manifestation of stress, or going for a run, a physical activity that promotes well-being. 3. Reward. The reward is the positive outcome associated with the habit, the reason our brain decides to repeat the loop. This reinforces the behavior and signals to the brain that the loop is worth repeating, creating a cycle. The reward could be the feeling of relief from stress after biting your nails, a temporary escape from anxiety, or the sense of accomplishment and endorphin rush after a good run, a natural high that promotes happiness. By identifying the cues, routines, and rewards associated with our habits, we gain insight into our behavior patterns. We can begin to understand the underlying motivations driving our behavior, which is essential for change. This awareness is the first step towards breaking free from negative patterns and establishing positive ones, leading to a more fulfilling life. Section 4. The science behind it all studies on habit formation. The study of habit formation has fascinated scientists for decades, leading to a wealth of research that sheds light on the neurological underpinnings of this complex process. Numerous studies have validated the habit loop model, demonstrating its power in explaining and predicting human behavior. One landmark study conducted by researchers at MIT involved observing the brain activity of rats as they learned to navigate a maze. Initially, the rats' brains showed high levels of activity as they consciously searched for the reward, a piece of chocolate. However, as the rats repeated the task and learned the optimal route, their brain activity decreased significantly, particularly in the areas associated with decision-making and planning. This suggests that as habits become ingrained, they require less conscious effort and rely more on automatic processes in the brain's basal ganglia, a region associated with habitual behaviors. Further research has shown that disrupting activity in the basal ganglia can interfere with habit formation, highlighting its crucial role in this process. Human studies have yielded similar findings. For instance, a study published in the European Journal of Social Psychology found that it takes an average of 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic. This debunks the common myth that it only takes 21 days to form a habit and emphasizes the importance of consistency and patience in the habit-building process. Section 5. Your Blueprint for Success, Crafting Effective Cues. Understanding the science behind habit formation is only half the battle. The real magic happens when we apply this knowledge to our own lives, using it to design positive habits that stick. The first step in this process is to master the art of crafting effective cues. Since cues are the triggers that initiate our habits, strategically designing them can make a world of difference in our ability to successfully cultivate new behaviors. Instead of relying on willpower alone, we can leverage our environment and routines to work in our favor. One powerful technique is to make your desired habit obvious and unavoidable. For example, if you want to start a daily meditation practice, place your meditation cushion in a prominent location where you'll see it first thing in the morning. Similarly, if you're trying to drink more water, keep a filled water bottle on your desk or in your bag at all times. Another effective strategy is to stack your new habit onto an existing one. This involves linking your desired behavior to an already established routine. For instance, if you want to start flossing daily, make it a rule to floss immediately after brushing your teeth. By attaching the new habit to an existing cue, you're more likely to remember and follow through. Section 6. Engineering your routine, repetition and reward. Once you've established a clear and consistent cue, the next step is to focus on the routine itself. The key to making a habit stick is repetition. The more frequently you engage in a behavior, the stronger the corresponding neural pathway becomes, and the more automatic the action becomes. Start by making your new habit as small and manageable as possible. Instead of trying to run a marathon on your first attempt, begin with a short walk around the block. The goal is to make the initial hurdle so low that it's almost impossible to say no. As you repeat the behavior consistently, you'll start to build momentum and motivation. This is where the power of rewards comes into play. By associating your new habit with a positive outcome, you're signaling to your brain that this is a behavior worth repeating. The reward doesn't have to be anything grand or extravagant. It could be something as simple as checking off the habit on a tracker, enjoying a piece of fruit after a workout, or listening to your favorite song after a productive work session. The key is to choose a reward that you genuinely find enjoyable and motivating. This will help create a positive feedback loop, reinforcing the behavior and making it more likely that you'll stick with it over time.